I'm good with this lighting system.
I would make some slight tweaks. Things I learned from Kahari.
Kahari, I'm sorry, I apologize. I also think you don't understand lighting. If Belal learned from you then. Okay, we're going crazy, it looks like.
Right? So
then you want the light to bounce off the ceiling.
Exactly. Get the light to bounce off the ceiling. Are all the lights on? Yeah.
Okay, just remember, Kahari lights up white people. I'm black. I need some light on me, okay? And I keep telling him
Kahari is the one who lit you for your class.
Really?
Yeah. That was all Kahari.
Interesting. We're doing this assuming like I have a good camera because we are using the iPad tonight.
Right.
So,
if you're gonna use the iPad,
which is it goes dark no matter, even with this right on me, it goes dark.
Because it goes dark because it depends on what you're telling it to focus on. It depends on where you touch. You touch a light object, it's gonna expose for that light object, and anything that's a little darker than that is gonna be blacked out. So generally speaking, typically, if I touch a light spot versus a dark spot. Yeah. See how it just brightens everything up because it's exposing for that. And now anything that's it just does that. Now the other thing is you get an app, special app. In this case, the app is Filmic Pro. I think it costs like $15, but I don't know if you can use it for streaming. My assumption is that you can. I have not tried it for that, but what this allows me to do: press and hold, and I can set the lighting. And now it doesn't matter where I move, depending on what I set.
Oh, really?
And I can also set the focus too. So if I want to focus on my hand and I move away, right, it'll still stay. Or if I wanted to focus on the background, not my hand, right, I bring my hand up, it's not going to focus on it unless I tell it to let go. And now it's going to autofocus on my hand and back to the background. This app was Filmic Pro was actually designed for the Apple initially, right? And then they made it available for Android. So here's the thought that I had. So the issue is just like it's evenly lit. The thing is you need a shadow side, right? So when I turn this up, it makes that side the shadow side. I'm going to do a quick demo for you, right? Yeah, so just because we set up the lighting a little bit different, right?
Where would my spot be in this?
So your spot here, I would take a step forward, boom, right? This right here, it gives you that, that edge lighting, that little bit of a bounce here. In fact, if anything.
So it's basically I'm just lit here and then, okay, that's the edge lighting you're talking about.
See? Okay. Now you got that stylistic look.
Yeah. I like it.
You know?
Yeah. And I see the background. Okay.
Yeah. And I can even zoom in a little bit closer, get you focused up.
I like it.
Right? And this is like your vlogging lens, even when you're doing your Q&A series.
It's interesting how bright, like it's dim in here just to my naked eye. It's
but that's the thing. This is a very bright lens.
Fantastic. Look at that.
See, I'm done. That's what he's trying to tell you. It's all in the lens. That's why you don't sell the lens.
That's why I bought it.
Okay.
I knew that. I was planning ahead.
Sure.
And then what about this one?
The lens that you have on there is an 18 to 55. This is probably going to be your worst lens.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's not a bad lens. It's a kit lens.
I took it to the zoo.
No, I mean, it functions great, right? Its blur is not going to be as cool as good as this. So generally speaking, you have either a wide angle, right? Like your fisheye, you got your 30 mil. So anything from 35, less.
Okay.
So 35, 28, 15, these are all wide angle lenses. Generally speaking, they're designed to capture more while making the background seem further away. It creates a distortion. Now, on the opposite side of the spectrum, you have something like this, which is a telephoto lens. It's a telescope. Essentially, whatever's far away is gonna make it look like it's really close. But the consequence of that is that anything behind it also looks close. So it literally compresses everything that's in the background.
Yeah.
Right? So telescopes, they compress the background. The wide angles, they separate the background.
Okay.
That's the key difference. It's a good idea to know in your mind exactly what kind of look you're going for. Right? Now, a lot of times, most people, when they're starting out, they don't even care about that. They don't care about compression. They don't care about separation. What they care about is background blur, which in effect is a type of separation, right? And especially when you're working in tight quarters such as this, then it's less about compression or separation. It's more about whether or not you have the blur. You can achieve blur with this, although this is significantly slower than that. But the way you achieve it is that you have to make sure you're in a really big space. This lens is equivalent to the one that looks really sharp with the bookcase in the background from the shot yesterday.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
It's almost
the
similar.
one I was facing?
Yeah, the one you were facing, this
Yeah.
is very similar to that.
Okay.
Right? But the reason the stuff in the background is so blurred out is because it's so far away.
Yeah.
Right?
If it were closer, you'd have to.
Yeah, if the bookshelf was closer to you, it would be like it'll be in focus.
You said if you were going to the zoo,
Yeah,
this would be one.
I would keep that as a secondary lens, so that way, let's say you got some giraffes or monkeys or whatever in the cage far away, and you want them to look like they're really close. I would just use that.
So what's your primary then?
My
What's
primary
the other one you
would
would
probably be this one right here.
This one?
Yeah. Again, because of the fact that it gives me the versatility. Like, honestly, I would probably 90% of the time keep this one on my camera. But when it comes to streaming and I want that blurry background, I'd go with the 30mm f1.4.
With this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if I'm traveling, I would probably take either those two, the 30mm and the 70-200. I'll just pop one on and off.
If you're traveling.
Yeah, exactly. But if I needed to just take one lens, I would literally just take the 28-135.
This one.
No, that's the 30. The one laying down. Yeah. If I had to pick one, I would go with that.
Okay.
Right. But if I had the luxury of picking two, then I would leave that one and I'd pick those two. And that's probably how this photographer guy did his thing.